Welcome everyone to the rinks in Hauppauge, ready for our final game of the day here on the South Rinks. Longwood JV taking on Islip JV on the LI Sports Network. Suffolk County High School Hockey League JV division coming to a close here in the good years of 2025-26. Varsity has already been decided as St. Anthony's took another championship to the bank. Saw St. Anthony's Black, their JV squad, play just earlier, taking a win against West Islip. St. Anthony's, that Black team, now second place, actually tied for first place with Smithtown Hauppauge due to those 2 points. East Islip and Longwood in front of you right now, both very good seasons. Longwood 11-4-2, East Islip 10-7-1. So very close to each other in the JV division. Longwood currently sitting at 4, East Islip sitting at 5. Only 1 point separate them as well. So a win here for the Lions will just keep them a step ahead of East Islip. For the Chiefs, a win would catapult them above Longwood in that race for preferential playoff seeding. Puck cleared off a big blast on the boards. Forced in now by East Islip. The East Islip freshman team currently playing behind us as well on the North Rinks. Brady Campbell on that call. Paul Trentini working the camera. On this side, I'm Kevin Broderick, joined by Rowan Loddick on the camera. Harrison walks backwards at the goal line, tried to send it out in front for Luke LaRoe. He'll return it back down low. The Lions find it there, pitch it off the boards and out. Longwood in transition. Bellaro wrapping it around, looking for a feed to Taibbi at the blue line, was sent off his stick. Back to center ice. 2 minutes gone by here in the first period. Both teams already cycling through a couple of changes. Longwood gained the offensive blue again, but it was poked off the stick. Back for Freisen. Fink got in the equation. Here comes Freisen again. It's Matthew across the blue line, giving it back for Bogorowski. A shot turning dangerous. Got net front, but no further than that. Stabinski in goal today for Longwood. And a quick shot. That's going to do it for East Islip. They'll score early in the first period to make it 1-0. Current goalie for East Islip listed as Andrew Lemaire, who, if my memory does not escape me, is normally a skater for this team. So Lemaire lacing him up in net, I believe more as a necessity for his side to not be skating 6-on-5 tonight. And considering he doesn't have the name on the back of his jersey, I believe that the scorekeeper here in Hauppauge is correct. So Andrew Lemaire playing out of position, trying to hold it down. His team already with a 1-0 lead. Inga dips down low, a centering feed. That somehow skimmed off of a defender in front. Carney loops down, gives it up to the blue line and punch down low. Inga trying to tie up with Taibbi to get possession back. Blaschuk will join Inga down low. Colin Inga looking to give it back to Carney. Flipped up. Glove will hold it alive for Brian Freisen. Centering feed angled away by Longwood. Now they have an opportunity to skate it up and out. Bellaro, he has tons of speed. Barges through. Carney got to the puck first, trying to rim it up the boards. McCourtry helping out on the forecheck, but it was poked off his stick. Here's Blaszczuk into a 2-on-1, potentially, if he can get it over for Inga. Blaszczuk wide to the middle. Went off to the right side of the goal. Back out in front. Carney denied point blank, and it will go out of play. Good move for Reynolds on the perimeter. Gets the puck in, but the back check is good. Maresca take another lap to his own zone, trying to find some space to clear. 5 minutes gone by here in the first period. Byers sent it behind him. Maresca loops it around the boards. Zano couldn't get to the puck in time, so East Islip will get it out. Here's Reynolds with it. Ryan Fink blasted it out. Around for Matthew Freisum. Throws it into the cycle. Stupinski leaves it there, hard off the wall, and Reynolds wasn't able to get there in time. Matthew Freisum with it again. Forecheck for Maresca. Freisum gets around him. Pass interrupted at neutral ice. Goes right back to Freisum, though. Lots of speed. Tucks it low. Freisum loops, looking for the middle. Feed did go through, but East Islip not able to capitalize. They'll dump it back in. Longwood go for a change. East Islip will change their defensive pair, but a scramble in front. Ozimo couldn't get it past Stupinski. How did he make that stop? Bellaro. Lost control of the puck. He'll send it across the blue line. Morazzino bottled up in the neutral zone. Now Freisum quickly into the forecheck. Bellaro turned around him. Looks to build speed through center ice. Knocked down. East Islip take it right back. Down for an icing, so we'll go for the O-zone draw in favor of the Lions. McCourtry won the draw. Audiello up the wall to the far point. Right back to him at the half wall. Tried to put it in front. Nick Shepard was there for the feed. Gives it over to his captain. McCourtry, pressure, 2-on-1 on the walls. Gives it to Shepard, gets it back. Was looking to go up to the blue line. Good job holding the zone by Ryan Hickson. Reynolds down low. Takes a hit from Shepard. Centered it in front. Justin Lemaire was there for it. And he'll send it down the ice. After this first period gone by, 1-0 East Islip lead, thanks to the goal from Matthew Friesen. McCourtry, good charge, backhand, gives it backdoor, they score! Longwood level us at 1. Harrison walks it in, whips it pass towards the middle. Friesen tries to double back, he'll leave the puck behind him, punch down low. Harrison gets it over in the right wing corner, walks it off the wall. Harrison towards the middle. Puck a little too hot to handle, this could be a breakaway the other way. Here comes Fink, in on net, his shot, save made, puck comes loose and kept out. Good save for Andrew Lemaire to keep that one out on the breakaway attempt from Ryan Fink. Matthew Friesen. Just barely not able to exit on the near point. Leroux goes back around. Good hit into the corner for Friesen. Sent out. Byers holds it. Byers walks in. His shot blocked. Back the other way. Harrison trying to get it away. Lemaire scrambles, but they score. Longwood find their first lead. SCHSHL will dump it in and get knocked down by the linesman accidentally. Sean on goal, and Stebinski will get that into his chest. Justin Lemaire settles the wobbling puck. Forecheck applied. Does get it around the wall and out. Develops into a 2-on-1 quickly. Here comes Carney. Oh, just barely couldn't find it to the tape of Blaszczuk. Back down below the goal for Carney. Sauces it up high. Lemaire holds it at the blue line. Walks right, fires. It was going to go left. Stebinski got around for the save anyways. Inga knocked it over Carney. Trying to break it away from the corner. Blaszczuk holding in the zone. Touch with a high stick. Referees didn't see it, and now a shot knocked into the netting. So again, we pause with 4:34 remaining. Harrison looped it in. Stabinski goes to Shepard, give and go for McCourtry to Shepard. He'll walk it past the blue line. Interrupted from behind by Leroux. Shepard trying to center it anyways, was cut off by Leroux on the near post. Back for Shepard, up for Hickson. Plenty of room, Hickson a shot. Kicker saved by Lemaire. Shepard back to the goal line, tried to knock it back door. Harrison will fly in transition. Leroux prevented the puck from being cleared, ran into his own man. Contested on the far wall, here's Friesen. Poked off his stick, and Shepard should be able to get there in time. Does. Swipes it ahead. Yellow. Puck goes all the way back for Ryan Hickson. 3:20 remaining in a 2-1 game. Longwood up by 1. The captain will smack it in. Back forward is Justin Lemaire. Quickly ahead, Ozimo taken away by Bellaro. Justin Lemaire again. Trying to get it onto Ozimo's tape once more. SCHSHL helping him out. Sloppy play for either side in the neutral zone as they just try to find some clean possession. And Andrew Lemaire, a normal skater, in net tonight. Longwood trying to beat him for a third time, but good defense for the Chiefs. They can skate it up and out. Trying to give Andrew Lemaire as much support as possible. Obviously, they just got to be thankful that he was willing to step up to the call and play a game and goal. Not everyone's willing to do that. Reynolds will hunt after the puck. Zipped across. SCHSHL got nutmegged, held alive. Moreska will cycle it down low, back for Reynolds. Turned over, Longwood another shot. Rebound comes loose. Good defense by Justin Lemaire. Follow-up shot blocked by Lemaire as well. Now sent all the way down the ice. Might not have enough juice, and the icing is waved off. Taibbi's gonna have to do it the hard way. Carney fresh off the bench, turned over to Inga. He got hit. Couldn't take it in front of the net himself, and Stabinski will end the play, getting it underneath his glove. Friesen, high slot, was looking for a tip from Blaszczuk. Caromed off the end boards, returned towards the blue line, but Carney mishandled it. Does get it back for Friesen. Here's Blaszczuk turning the corner. He'll walk it past the blue. Blaszczuk towards the middle. His wrist shot just barely got caught up in the skates of Ryan Hickson. Over the corner with 50 seconds remaining in the first period, and we'll get a whistle from our referees. Looks like we'll get the first penalty of today's contest. A reminder, East Islip with a win would leapfrog Longwood in the standings, but the Lions positioned well to take at least a 1-goal lead into the first intermission. Puck up the wall, not out. McCourtry was able to hold the zone. Down low, Friesen beat Shepard to it, looped it around, and Harrison will paddle it away. Back out for Jake Byers. 30 seconds left. Bank pass, goes tape to Shepard. Looks to enter on the far side. Shepard burning with speed, has McCourtry with him as well. McCourtry, good move, but couldn't get the shot on goal. Puck winds up down low. Juggled around. Friesen had it for a moment. McCourtry loops it for Shepard, mishandled. Harrison will take it gladly. One hand on the extension. He'll power his way to center ice. 3 seconds left in the first period, and that'll do it. 15 down, 30 remain. 2 on the score. Longwood on top. Back for the start of the second period here on the LI Sports Network. Quick tie-up in the EI zone will get a penalty going right away. Just 10 seconds into the frame. And it looks like Reynolds will be escorted off to the box. Longwood will be up a man for 2 minutes. Their shot will go wide by Bolaro. And now out of play into the Longwood bench. Shepard flying through. Shepard to the forehand. His shot interrupted. Justin Lemaire was there to step in front of it. Skate to stick, but that's going to be a turnover. Here comes Blaszczuk. Pulling up now, was trying to find Carney. We'll go back to the defensive end, and Lemaire will just take some more time off the clock. Already 50 seconds ticking away in the 5-on-4 advantage for Longwood. Neither team has had a 2-goal lead today. Obviously, if you know how math works, EI can't have had a 2-goal lead today. They've only scored 1 goal. Puck smacked down the ice, and Stabinski will go over the corner. Can't exactly get his angle down. Blaszczuk will reach it first. Twists away from Lorenzo and wraps it around. Carney on the second wave. He'll have a chance at this, but couldn't walk through the pile of sticks. 30 seconds left in the power play. Shepard trying to quarterback the controlled breakout. Gives it over from McCourtry, the captain. Has to get around Carney. Bottled up and turned over. Blaszczuk walking down. His shot missed wide off to the left. McCourtry with it again. Carney still just a dog for the puck right now. Almost flagged down that pass. Will get by him. Lorenzo with it once again. 1 second left on the power play, and it's over. EI with an efficient kill. Back to 5-on-5 here in Hauppauge. Harrison loads up the wrister. Save made by Stabinski. Karams over for Friesen. Works with it at the goal line. Friesen, Harrison, they score! Excellent hockey from East Islip. They tie it at 2. EI right back on the ice. Hit behind the play will tie 2 up momentarily. 4-on-4 in the offensive end. Stabinski trying to get it with the paddle and had to spike it away. EI almost had a quick double up right there. Matthew Friesen in the neutral zone. Trying to wiggle through, does dump it in. Not far though, it was taken by Ryan Hickson. Sent long and back for Matthew Friesen. He'll power it up the wall. Hickson, not around Leroux. His shot, Stabinski a save. The eye with tons of extended pressure now. Jake Byers looking for the turnover. Looped it around the wall, and now it's out for Longwood. Reynolds on the back check, smiked it away from Macklin Smith. Byers will take it into his own zone. Forecheck there for Reynolds. Leroux helping it out. Create a 50-50 puck on the perimeter. They'll sweep it in deep. Back for Jake Byers. Stick in front of him, interrupting the pass. 4 minutes gone by here in the middle frame. Leroux tiptoes at the blue line. Gives it right back over for Byers. Couldn't knock it out. Now Reynolds with a shot from the half wall. Stabinski had to parry that over to the perimeter. Byers in the corner. Scaling it up and out now for Longwood. Obviously the period of the long change, so plenty of these lines have been stuck on for more than is obviously desired. Just trying to get the clear going now. Puck could go down for an icing. Referees will wave it off, and Longwood do complete a change as well. Friesen stopped up the puck's momentum. Sent it into space. Keith McLaughlin was the first on it. Excuse me, that was Connor Taibbi. Friesen past Fink. Now over Bogorowski, fiddles the puck over towards the middle. Spiked off his stick, Taibbi will clear it out. Bogorowski with it again, looking behind him for Matthew Friesen. He'll give it over to his brother. Matthew Friesen with 2 points so far today. Bogorowski, a wrister, blocked in front. Bolaro getting over to the corner. 2-on-1, he'll pass it off the wall and out. Matthew Friesen with it again, will skate backwards looking for a passing option. Couldn't get it through the traffic, and now it's dumped into his own end. Friesen scoots up the wall, walks around Shepard, now denied by Bolaro. Looking for a pass over to Shepard. Onsides across the blue. Shepard, a shot glove save by Andrew Lemaire. Justin Lemaire observing his options. He'll just dump it in. Kearney chasing after the puck. Quick centering feed. Went through everyone. Up and now skated out by Shepard. Across to Cortree. Glanced off his stick. He'll get back onto it into the corner. Now pressured by Reynolds. Gets it over to Shepard. Tried to wind it in front. Ends up as a turnover, and East Islip will clear the zone. Good transition play. Here comes Inga. Walks towards the center. His shot misfired over to the right side of the net. Kearney in the corner, pressed into the boards by Byers. To his side, going there to dig it out. A third for either. Shepard will take it. Half of the game gone by. Shepard looking for an angle for his shot. Hit it off the outside of the net. Still down low. Rimmed around the boards. Byers will get to it. Byers a wrister. Looking for the tip from Shepard. McCourtry stops it up. Leaves it. Hickson couldn't get it on net. Inga blocked it in the high slot. And will turn it over. McCourtry. Tried to go through a few too many right there. Blashuk sends it off the half wall. Kearney coming in quickly. That could have been dangerous. Longwood reacted in time. Colin Inga, backhand, middle for Harrison. Now Kearney the wrister. Saved by Stabinski. Face off back to the blue line. D. Brian Friesen walks it down. Centering feed, Leroux put it above the crossbar. Harrison on the rebound. Back up to Matthew Friesen, who has 2 points in this game. Looking for the east to west play, was interrupted by the stick of Nick Zano. Friesen trying to get away from the pressure. He'll commit a turnover over to Bellaro. Puts on the Jets instantly, trying to fly up that far wall. Bellaro, one move to the middle on the backhand, sent a pass for a quick shot, and it looks like it went off to the right. Clearing attempt, EI will be successful. 6:15 remaining in the second. Harrison on the wraps. Stabinski got there in time. Taibbi goes D. Bellaro, he might look to go on to this himself. Bellaro, one move. Had to get around the Friesen brothers, though, and almost shoved that one into the back of the net. It was gaping open in front of him. Now room for Harrison to skate. Wants to go to the middle. Brian Friesen on a long shift. His brother already changing, but Matthews still with plenty of juice in the tank. He'll lead this one forward. Cuts across the blue. Friesen. His shot hit off a couple of different players. Ends up down low. Sursich sends it back over for Friesen at the half wall. Turns it into a shot. Sursich not able to deflect it after it came through a crowd. Justin Lemaire playing oversight, trying to smack it back down low. Taken by Azimo. His centering feed goes up to the blue line. Held in by Reynolds, then poked away. Ryan Fink and Reynolds in a foot race. Will be knocked over for Justin Lemaire. Outlet for Azimo at the blue line. 4:20 to play in the second period. East Islip tying up the game with the only goal of the second period. That was after they had to kill off a penalty. They got some momentum after the successful 5-on-4 trip. Reynolds Potential numbers. Couldn't dance through. Stebinski had trouble covering it up. Helped out by Hickson. Justin Lemaire forced it around the boards, and now will go all the way out of the zone. Lorenzo was trying to cherry pick, but enough defense were back and couldn't hit the pass over to Shepard. Hickson would have been offside, so left it. His team now reloading. Hickson will dip past the blue. Takes a shoulder check into the boards, but still dumped it around. It's Shepard in the right wing corner now. Shepard sending it back the way it came. Bellaro off the wall, good move. Bellaro had one more to beat, and it was taken away by Reynolds. Not out though. McCourtry turns up, sends it to space. Shepard at the blue. Shepard for Bellaro. 3 minutes to play in the second period. It's a crowd down below the net now. Play it up for Taibbi. He'll go skate to stick. Couple of steps, trying to load up the shot. Was angled away and gave it over for McCourtry. The captain below the goal. Centering feed. Couldn't hit it tape to Taibbi. It's out of the zone now and back for Stebinski. East Islip getting ready for some line changes again. It's an important game for both of these sides. East Islip with a win will hop over Longwood in the standings. Shepard trying to prevent that as he almost went coast to coast. Back for Taibbi at the halfway line. He'll play it D to D. And we'll get a delayed penalty now called by the referees, hence the stoppage. 2:32 left on the clock when it was enforced. And it will go against Shepard. So East Islip with their first power play of the day. On the season, East Islip are 78.6 on the man advantage. Could use a big conversion right now to take back a 1-goal lead. They had it early on in the first. Trouble now on the breakout. Back into the neutral zone with Friesen, who leads the game in points. Hits it over to LaRoe. LaRoe to Friesen again. Matthew has to get there before Hickson and couldn't accomplish that mission. 40 seconds gone by in the power play. Speed for Kearney. Had to dump it in as his room was being closed off over on the far point. It's in deep for Inga, was looking for Blashuk. Flagged down by Hickson. Puck comes right back for Hickson. Bashed it around the boards and all the way out. We'll get a whistle for a stoppage now. 1:19 to play in the period. 48 on the power play. Taibbi will stop it up at the far point. Good play by Kearney. Needs to gain speed though. Kearney, chip and chase around one more. Tried to smack it off to Inga on his left hip. Would have been an excellent shorthanded goal for East Islip. Under 60 seconds to play. 25 in the power. Up the boards. Harrison has lots of room to work with. Gives it over to Matthew Friesen. At the blue line. Bank pass over to Inga. Got pushed away from the puck. Matthew Friesen still holding it. Friesen in on the cage. Stebinski saved it down low and blockered it off to the perimeter. Comes around for Harrison. Tried to go through the traffic over to Bogorowski. Now it's a rush. Bellaro couldn't get through Harrison. Ice opening up in the final 20 seconds here. Longwood trying for another rush. Harrison stopping it short. 10 seconds left. Here comes Harrison down Main Street. Stabinski with a glove save. Fink for Shepard at the dying clock. That'll do it for the first 30. One period remained between EI and Longwood. Game tied at 2 on the LI Sports Network. And we're back on the LI Sports Network. East Islip and Longwood both tied at 2. Both teams looking for a crucial 2 points here in the standings. Harrison looking for a centering feed. Went off the post and somehow stayed out. Longwood back the other way now. Brought up ice by Byers, hemmed in to the left wing corner. Back out for Carney. He'll break through. Carney coming in on net. Tried to get it on the right side. Stabinski closed off just enough space. Friesen giving it over to his brother, Brian. Over to Carney, leaves it Inga, tried to return the favor. Longwood take it back. Belongs to Byers, turned over, it's Carney in front. Couldn't pull the shot off. Not enough real estate for him to work with. Reynolds will go back into his own zone. Clean control for East Islip. They try to wobble it up the boards. Swept at by Inga. Trouble on the near side, but Carney will walk it off the wall. Poked away by McCourtry. And now Shepard has it. Shepard with speed, his shot. That goes in! Shepard scores! 3-2 Longwood. Back to center ice, Longwood with another lead. Bellaro trying to rip the shot down low, caromed off the outside of the net. Lions hold it in. Bellaro trying to dance in the midst of two, ripped off his tape by Harrison. He'll break past the blue line. One nifty move, but not a second. Harrison back to the corner, whipped it in front. Went through, and now Longwood have it in transition. Bellaro across the blue line, lost his handle to center ice. Second time this game, the Lions have been up by a single score. No one has had a 2-goal lead thus far. Pass out to the blue line, one good move. Bellaro, cross ice, quick shot. Lemaire made the save. Hickson trying to knock that puck out of the air. Now in a foot race for it. No icing. Hickson looping around his own net. Slides the pass off to his left, gets it right back. Here comes Hickson, 3-on-2. Takes the shot up high, glove save. Andrew Lemaire. 3 minutes gone by here in the third period. Byers turned over to Bogorowski. Here comes Bogorowski. Thought he had a man in the middle. The rest of his forward group was a little far behind. Longwood, good hand-eye coordination to find the tip. Going down for Fink, looking to stick lift Lemaire. Fink still holding on to it, then muscled off by Justin Lemaire. Up the boards for SCHSHL. Couldn't knock it past Byers. Return back to the corner for Lemaire. His wrister will travel all the way down the ice, and this time will be an icing. Longwood back for another offensive zone draw. Friesen looking for his third point of the game. 44 minutes complete here in the third period. Friesen now at the goal line, sends it in front for a quick shot. Good save by Stabinski to get over in time. Inge holds the zone, trying to fire it back around. Bellaro flagged it. Held up in the corner, now Sauced over to Inge. Another save by Stabinski, rebound. Taibbi tied up, and then Blaszczuk missed it wide. On the far side, Friesen giving it back over. Kearney, couple of steps in the slot, couldn't find the shot though. Turning the corner, he'll give it back over to Friesen on the backhand. Hard to control. Taken by Blaszczuk, a wrister, and Stabinski came up clutch with another save into the 5-hole. Puck up to the high slot. Friesen had trouble with it. Now taken away by Shepard. He's going to be into a breakaway. Good diving poke check from behind by Matthew Friesen to bail out his brother. Brian Friesen trying to knock it off the wall. Byers activates into the play and knocks it back over for Shepard. Swept free. Luke Leroux back to center ice. It's Hickson. Dumps it in with 5 gone by. Exactly 10 minutes remain. Shepard couldn't get through cleanly. Friesen looking for a hit onto McCourtry. Stopped up, Byers will join the fray. Longwood dig it out. Looking for a shot, hit off the post. McCourtry, another centering feed. Harrison lunging at it. Battled up to the blue line. Byers holds the line. Open is McCourtry, loads up the wrister. Save made by Andrew Lemaire. Bellaro. Almost tiptoed through two. I had to think about that one for a second. That was a lot of T's in one sentence. Taibbi pushed it around the boards. Leroux. Bounce past Bogorowski. Hit from behind. Good play. Maresca trying to win the puck back. It's out to the far point. Leroux or wrister. Karam's off to the right. 8:45 remaining. Leroux with another touch on this shift. This time he'll turn it over. Byers looking for the home run pass. Didn't have a whole lot of mustard on it. Reynolds with good defense in transition as well. So Longwood just have to settle into the offensive end. Bellaro shot up high and Lemaire will make the save. Reynolds got it out. Hickson now in a foot race against Blaszczuk. Had plenty of a lead. Did turn the corner and force it out. Back with Leroux now, gains the red line and dumps in. Byers below his own goal, trying to find the clear on the near point, and Stebinski had to find that redirection. I think Inga got a piece of it. Another shot from Friesen. Carney knocked it down and then followed it up with a backhander. Stebinski stayed with it. Now it's Blaszczuk. Down low, inverting it, looking for the follow-up. It was Friesen on a shot, point blank, and Stebinski somehow keeping it away. Byers a good hit, but Blaszczuk came in. Twirls up top. Blaszczuk walks past his second. On the forehand, in the slot, Stebinski got it down low. Half the third period gone by. East Islip with an extended offensive zone trip. They'll make a line change as well. Matthew Friesen, the only one to stay on. Bellaro. Long pass. Friesen will get down to his knees in order to stop it up. Now Shepard steals it away from him, but offsides. .9:55 the current time. 7:16 left in the third period. It's been a quick moving third period. The reason I bring up the time is period started almost exactly 7.5 minutes ago. About 10 minutes ago. So both these teams playing with a lot of pace. Friesen twirls past one, looking for the pass on his right side. Does eventually wind up with Leroux, and he'll flip it in. Stebinski will leave it for Shepard. Rimmed it around. Off the glass, Friesen has it. Turned it over. Taibbi, long to his man. Good stick work from Brian Freisen. Shepard trying to get in before Andrew Lemaire was there to spike it away. He gets a round of applause. And some stick taps over on his team's bench. Freisen separates from the puck, and Stebinski swipes it down low. Nifty play from Stebinski. Turned over to Blaszczuk fresh off the bench. Winds it past one. Blaszczuk turning up. Passing it off for Carney. Plenty of bodies in front of him. He'll look for open space on the near side. Carney puts on the brakes. Passing it off. Ing over to Blaszczuk. Tried to tuck it on the back door. Leroux to the goal line. Looking for a centering feed. Got it complete, but Inga didn't have enough room. Excuse me, that was Harrison. So it's Blaszczuk, Harrison, and Leroux. Carney is out there. He was at the blue line. That's what confused me. In transition to Courtry, giving off. Shepard, a wrister, went behind the net. Bellaro at the near point, separates himself. Trying to activate into the play, swiped off his stick by Harrison. Back for Courtry at center ice. Wristed around the boards. Inga the first one to it. Hit by Shepard, but stays on the puck. Inga past the second now, trying to beat the captain of Courtry. Got to the red line and dumped it into the right wing. It looked like he wanted to hit Blaszczuk, who was all alone streaking ahead. Inga. Now Blaszczuk. The backhand pass intended for Inga ends up in the corner. Under 5 to play in the third period, and once again we've hit a long stretch of play. Carney walking it off into the slot, his shot deflected. Chance for Longwood to clear, got up to Freisen but not out. Inga hit by Byers, stays strong, gets it off. Freisen, a centering feed, knocked away by Longwood. Blaszczuk now a shot, high slot, Carney through the legs, rebound created, they score! EI get it done, we're tied at 3. And Andrew Lemaire will make the save off the ensuing draw. 4:06 remaining in the third period. Harrison. Bogorowski now. Rush up the ice. Bogorowski had the puck roll up on his stick, so it went wide and left. Leroux whipped it across. Tipped. Once again, not on net. Freisen with room to dance. Harrison on the blue line just to his right. Freisen looking for Harrison. Wraps around a tip. Bogorowski. Stebinski got his glove on top of it. Long shot, tip in front, they score! EI into the lead, it's a 4-3 game. 3:12 to kill off if you're the Chiefs. 3:12 to try and force overtime or even win if you're Longwood. 2 goals in quick succession for East Islip in order to find themselves an advantage here in the final period of regulation. Another centering feed, scramble sort of ensuing, but Lemaire was calm the whole time. Carney and Reynolds were back as well. No shot ever got on net. Carney will settle it down, more than happy to just kill off time. Completing the pass and getting it back from Blaszczuk. Here comes Carney, weaving across the blue. Inga into the rush with him. Muscled off the puck by Byers, goes back out into the neutral zone, and Friesen looks for the pass. Got it off to his brother on the near point. Dumped in and around. Stebinski, pressured by Carney. That could be a dangerous turnover, but Byers was back in time. Friesen at the blue, walks it left, takes a shot. Nice kicker save by Stebinski. Redirects the puck into the corner as well. Blaszczuk won it there. Blaszczuk walks, turns around for the shot. Stebinski with the glove save. Exactly 2 minutes to play here on the LI Sports Network. Taibbi playing it ahead. Longwood looking for their options on the controlled breakout now. Over for Nikortri, one more pass. Shepard tried to bowl his way past the blue line, needs to touch up quickly. Now a lot of traffic at that far point. Jostled loose for Friesen. Now Bryant looped it high into the air. Puck comes free. Longwood would oblige and take it back. Bolaro, tap pass. Taibbi skates into it. Gains the blue line. A shot. Edge Lemaire save. Big rebound. Friesen came diving into it. Taibbi took it back. Empty net on the other side. 6-on-5 for Longwood. Bolaro holds the zone. Trying to dance past the check, but it was stripped off his stick. Well played by Luke Leroux. Lemaire just slams on top. 53 seconds remaining. And we'll get a timeout here on the LI Sports Network. Back for the end of the third period. 53 seconds remain, and an important O-zone draw for Bolaro. An empty net on the other side of the rink. EI, if they get these 2 points, will take possession of fourth place in the JV standings. Draw is down. Comes around the boards. Hickson pressured by Blaszczuk. Gets it in deep again. Nikortri spinning in the corner. Ripped away. EI try to get it, and they do find the clear through Hickson. 38 seconds remain. Guardiello. Byers looking to go across. Bolaro to the Nikortri, trying to go back to Bolaro. Shepard on the centering feed, rattles off a couple of skates. Up to the blue line, Hickson, a wrister, redirected, and a save made by Andrew Lemaire. You gotta be kidding me on the right leg. 5 seconds left. One more shot, deflected high. 2 seconds, one more opportunity. Taibbi couldn't get it done. Lemaire with a robbery of a save in the final 10 seconds. EI win 4-3. Thank you so much for watching here on the LI Sports Network. That wraps up our final game of the day on the South Rinks. Once again, EI win 4-3.